Immigration was the government's first order of business as Parliament returned from recess. A clear sign they know how much pressure they are under on this issue. The Home Secretary rushed to the Commons with an update on asylum and family reunion rules, even before some MPs had made it back to Westminster, desperate to show movement after a summer dominated by protests outside asylum hotels. But the question remains, is this too little, too late? For months, voters have watched the small boats crisis spiral and local communities stretched to breaking point, while the government's promises have failed to translate into visible results. Into that vacuum has stepped Reform UK, who have made immigration the centrepiece of their campaign. Just last week, Nigel Farage set out a mass deportation plan, rough around the edges perhaps, but cutting straight to what many see as the heart of the problem. Polling shows the public increasingly trusts Reform more than Labour to deal with immigration. It was against this backdrop that ministers abandoned the old slogans about smashing the gangs and tried instead to offer substance. Monday's statement provided more detail on what has been done and where policy is headed. That included the controversial admission that the UK may need to reassess its relationship with the European Convention on Human Rights if meaningful border control is to be restored. The headline, however, was confirmation that the long-trailed one-in, one-out returns deal with France will finally begin later this month. On paper, it's progress, but patience is thin. Voters want evidence that deportations are happening, that illegal crossings are falling, and that Britain's borders are once again under control. The government insists this is a reset, a new, tougher strategy to restore credibility. Yet words will no longer cut it. After years of broken pledges and missed targets, the public wants to see flights taking off, returns happening, and numbers going down. Without that, Labour risks ceding the immigration issue entirely to Reform UK, and with it, the political ground on which the next election may be fought. Thanks for listening. Immigration has become the issue of British politics. Do you think the government's reset is just more lies? And is Reform now the only party people trust on borders?